Click watch now. Let's do this. We are gonna do something special tonight because it's Sunday night and it's my son's 18th birthday. So we're gonna do a special flight on tonight's airplane show. Welcome back, all my beautiful aviation enthusiast friends. Welcome back to the best damn airplane show you ever gonna see on this Sunday night. That's right. My name is Greg. I play an internet pilot as many times during the week as I can. And tonight we're gonna do some fun. Hey, why is what happens? There we go. Why is it not picking up my there we go. We good now? Are we good now? Can we see everything? Yeah, I think we can see everything now. All right. And we got to get rid of this thing here. All right, we got rid of that thing. Now we scrape. Probably should have. Oh, why is it still showing up? That is weird. Let me see if I can put this over somewhere else. All right, there we go. I think we're good now. Yeah, now we look good. All right, we good now. All right, so what we're going to do tonight, we're going to fly the Msfs MU-2 from Caboolture, I think that's how you pronounce it, Caboolture, Australia to Sydney, Australia. Let me get my glasses on so I can see this motherfucker tonight. Let's see here. Put my old man glasses on. Yeah, now we can see. All right, so I think I'm going to stick with this livery tonight. I kind of, I'm on the fence really about this black one. I think it looks really cool. I also like the white version of it. Like this one isn't bad either. And to be honest, I mean, I kind of like the Aviator Club one too. I mean, this one's not too bad either. This blue one. Like that looks kind of cool. Maybe we'll rock that one. Let's see what the Xbox one looks like in green. I usually like the Aviator Club one better, the blue one, but let's see what it looked like in green. I mean, I love green, but I think it looks dope in blue. I don't know, actually. This green kind of growing on me. I don't know. Let me, let's look at it for a little bit. Yeah, that's all right. Let's look at the blue one real quick. Let's look at the blue one real quick. Yeah. Let's look at the blue one real quick and see what it looks like. Oh, it's identical. It's just blue. Well, it's just a really tough decision, actually. Let's go with the green one tonight. Let's go with the green Xbox Aviators Club livery tonight. All right, very good. I made an executive decision. That's right. All right, so let's go to... Now, we have a lot less airports to choose from in this list now that I deleted all the world sceneries. All right, so we're taking off from runway 11 tonight, which is right there. So let's go ahead. I guess, does it really matter where we park at? Is that 3? Yeah, let's do number 3. All right, let's do it. Yay. So only VOR and ADF, and we're using the old school style stuff. So we're not using any. Oh, I got to go back for a second. Shit, I got to put the destination in. Otherwise, the little tablet won't populate the METAR information. Shit. All right, let's go back real quick. Let's go back real quick. Yeah, otherwise it won't put all the infos in. So let's do this again. And let's go down to YSSY. That is arrival. And we're doing 34 left. All right, very good. Wow, really? 2 hours and 44 minutes? Wow. I didn't think it was that long of a flight. That is very long. Maybe we'll do something shorter. Hang on a second. Let me look at doesn't seem like it's you know, it is kind of a long flight actually. Let's see how long it is from Gold Coast. Give me a second here. Probably not much different. That's not much better actually. It's a little better, but not much. Any other airports around? Let me see. Let me look at. What about this one here? YFGN. Let's plug that one in real quick. I didn't realize it was that long of a flight. I mean, we can... All right, is that not pulling anything up? Oh, YGFN. YGFN. It's a little better. Let's move a little closer. Let's go to Coffs Harbors. YC, what does that say? YCFS. Sorry about this. I didn't think it was that long of a flight. YCFS. That's more manageable. Let's do that. And we still have... Yeah, we still have some stuff to do. All right. So let's do that. Let's zoom in and... spot to start from. All right, departure. And fly. All right, let's let me change that on here as well in Navigraph. YCFS. Add the route. Okay, and we need to get rid of everything for PMQ. Rid of all these waypoints. All right, so we got that. Let me see if there's anything else we need to plug in. All right, so we're going to fly south until we pick up the first VOR station. We're going to fly on a heading of that. And this doesn't allow us to do any NDB stations, though. That's the thing. Any ND? There's an NDB station here. Yeah, let's do that. Let's fly. You know, we don't really care about NDB stations. Let's see here. Sydney there. I'm almost done looking at the maps. Just bear with me 1 second. YLN. So we can do... Yeah, let's get rid of YLN and put in WMD. All right, so YLM is now going to be WMD, and that will be our NDD station. It's 104 miles in between, though. A lot of room for error, but it is what it is. All right, so we got that, and then from there we go south. All right, very good. All right, I'm good with this now. All right, very good. Let's go ahead and get everything started up. So we got old school now. This does not work. I think you need some sort of subscription service for it, so that doesn't work. But the reason I wanted to do a 2 and, you know, put in both airports is so this will go ahead and populate. So we have our METAR information live, since we're doing this flight live, you know, with live weather and live traffic. All right, let's go ahead and now starting up this airplane is really simple. We're going to use the checklist anyways today. But once you turn the battery on, you got to make sure this is up to start. Then you got to move this up to taxi. You got to do ground. Push this red button. Flip this to crank. Push this button. And then you turn on the main tank. You wait for this to get to about 40. Then you flip on the generator. And once you flip on the generator, once this gets to 40, flip on the fuel. Then once the fuel flow is good and the RPMs are good, then you can put on the generator and then the inverter. But we're going to do the checklist anyways because it's part of the simulator, so let's do it. Give our co-pilot something to do. Battery. Oh, sorry, I was reading something. All right, emergency stop. All right, let's get the engine started up. Yeah, we don't need a don't need to push back from here. We'll be okay. All right, let's go ahead and start our engines up. I love flying this plane now that I'm kind of accustomed to some of the quirkiness of it. Excuse me. Very good. Let's get a couple of things set up here. Let's turn on our EME equipment. Let's turn. This is supposed to be at 395. That's 395, and that's going to be for ADF1, and our first, well, we'll set the first for, let's see here, WLM is 110.2, we got that, let's go ahead and set that for 0.2. And NAV2 is Sydney is 112.1. There's no reason to play with really any. I mean, you can play with it if you want to, but this stuff just does. It does nothing. I don't know. I mean, I guess you need a subscription for the weather. I haven't been able to get this thing to do anything. Alright, let's put our flaps down. Let's call the tower and get clearance for takeoff. right, cleared for runway 21. Very good. What's the QNF right now? Let's refresh, and we have 1017. How does that help us? How does that help us when we have this system here? And calculate that. You know what? It has it up here, actually. I have a calculator that can do it, but I need to get the calculator. I have to have it available to do it. I don't have my phone in front of me right now, so let's just wait for it to show up here. Now we'll plug in the correct. All right, 30.03. Very good. All right. Got to go here and turn this. 30.03. It should be about there. All right, let's finish our checklist so we can get out of here. We really don't need to do the checklist, but, you know, we're going to do it anyways. Let's set CFS as our first waypoint here before PMQ. That's a good thing because it's 68 miles to the first ADF. So let's do 117 for that. All right, very good. Let's set that real quick. 117. All right, and we want to be leaving on a what's Navigraph say? A 179 heading is what Navigraph says. So let's do that, and we're gonna make that, and we, what do you say, 179? Let's turn this to 179. Oh, no, that's not right. Oh yeah, that is 179. Going from the 179 rating. What's that, 150, 160, 170? That's 180, 179. All right, very good. Do our taxi checklist. Don't mind if I do, thank you. All right, let's see here. They were already on taxi. All right. All right, let's take that. Alright, we don't really need anything else. We're good now. I just like to do that just to show, you know, like the checklist. I mean, we really don't need it, but for one, I like to make the Giga Chad work for something. Because he's a bitch and he never does anything to help. And on the autopilot system. This plane always goes so fast, Jesus. It's absolutely crazy. Okay, let me adjust the sound real quick, because I know that is very loud compared. All right, if it's still imbalanced, let me know and I'll adjust it more. But I know these propellers are very loud. I'm gonna stop when we get up here, though. I want to put the heading. Even though it's going to be a little bit before we really engage the autopilot. All right, let's roll, bitch. It's not an exact, we're not going to be flying exactly 179 the whole way to our next waypoint, but this gives us a pretty good reference at least. Finger slipped. All right, gear up. Flaps up now. We're still flying manually. Just, I'm steering with my thumb, and this thing is very sensitive. If I had a throttle and a yoke in real life, it'd probably be quite a bit smoother. Let's try to engage the autopilot now. Let's click heading mode. Oh no, we crashed! Jesus Christ. That came out of nowhere. Oh good. Let's restart real quick. That shouldn't have happened. Alright, well, we're not gonna use the hey! Welcome to the airplane show. If you're just now tuning in, we crashed like a mug. We crashed like a motherfucker. All right, we don't need the checklist this time. Let's just go. Can't believe we crashed. I never crash. All right, let's go ahead and put these down. All right, let's put these on ground. All right, let's do battery. Put our beacon lights on. Beacon taxi. Can't believe we crashed. That never happens. I really thought it was going to hold the pitch. Like I thought it was good enough to hold the pitch, but I guess not. All right, let's go ahead and put this up to start. Put you up to taxi. Click you. Move you to crank. Push you. Wait for the oil pressure. That's good. Turn on the fuel tank. RPMs are good. Let's turn on generator and inverter. Same thing here. All right. That on. You can see the RPMs on the top corner of the screen there. That's good. Let's click this. Very good. We got 117 is our first. Let's plug that in. We'll plug the other one in after we get up in the air. Not that. This. There we go. Let's see what the ETAR information is. right, fuck it. I think it's still 30.3. That's close enough. Let's see what it says here. N17 is 30.3. Yep. All right, we're good. Yeah, I just saw it on Navigraph. All right, let's get out of here. Flaps down. Let's not crash this time. That's crazy. I never crashed. But we did. Showed you what not to do. I've never had this plane dive like that before. I thought we were on a pretty good angle. Let's roll. Let's go, baby. Gear up. And maybe I didn't have the levers up all the way for takeoff last time. I'm wondering because we're at a much higher speed than we were last time. All right, we can put our flaps up as well. Let's adjust our trim a little bit so we can hands off the throttle there. All right, very good. All right, that's good. We are doing all right. Just our heading a little bit. We'll go up to about 8,000 feet and we'll just stay there. So we're flying from this. That's the airport we just left. So we're flying from that on a heading of 179 to our first ADF station. So we're going to an ADF station here coming up. All right, we can click altitude now. I think we're good. Let's lower our throttle a little bit. The next stop we're going to is an NDB. It's an ADF, and that is 68 miles from us. So when we get to, I guess, about 50 miles away from the VOR station, that's here, then we'll switch over. We'll switch this over. Really going fast. Let's slow down a little bit. And so that's PMQ, that's 395. WLM is our next stop after that. That is 110.2. 110 there. Let's plug in 0.2. What we'll do is we'll switch from nav 1, we'll switch to nav 2, click the nav button, program in our course, and then that will keep our course. You know, it'll, whatever this yellow CDI is programmed to is what the nav will try to capture. Really sure what happened that first time around, but I wonder if it's picking up the NDB station already. That'd be pretty wild. I mean, that's like, oh, we're less than 50 miles. Start turning towards, nope, not that dork. Start turning towards it and seeing what happens. I mean, the idea is to get the ADF needle to the top there. I don't want to drop down a couple thousand feet and get below these clouds. Maybe we'll do that. Lower our throttle a little bit. And let's go ahead and click the altitude button again. Disengage that mode. And let's angle our trim down just a little bit. I can angle the trim by holding the right bumper and moving the thumbstick down. The right thumbstick down. Doesn't look like it's doing much though. We don't need to do a fast descent, but I do want to get down. All right, very good. So the NDB is starting to line up a little bit. Yeah, let's get below these clouds. No fun just flying in clouds the whole time. Got our NDB program here for 395. We have this needle here, which is the one with the hollow inside. And we're flying from this nav point, which was our airport that we took off from. I'm using that as a point of reference. We're about halfway right now to the NDB. I don't think there's really much in the way of mountains or obstacles flying over this part of Australia. I think we can fly at like 6,000 feet and be okay. We are going to be doing an ILS landing at Sydney. Like this airplane. I think this airplane's cool as shit. I love the nacelles or nacelles or whatever. I love those things on the edge of the airplane there. Man, it is so cloudy here today. Now we'll know when we pass the NDB station, because this arrow right here, which is pointing upright, when we pass the NDB station, it'll flip down like this one. So a lot of planes that have these kind of dials say like to or from, or it has a flag up or a flag down. This doesn't have it. It just has the needles going up or down depending on where you're going. If we're gonna have to refuel mid-flight or not, we'll figure that out if we need to. If we need to, we will. The NDB is pointed good, it's pointed up. And we are pretty much below the clouds. Let's just get a little lower. Let's get to like maybe 5,500 feet. Yeah, let's click altitude now. Our thruster a little bit so we can get back up to speed. And yo, what's up, Nathan? What's happening? We are gonna be it's about 68 miles to the NDB. What's good, my dude? What's happening? My laptop is having all kinds of issues. Jesus Christ. That's good. Why is that showing up on my screen tonight? That is crazy. Not much, man. Just doing this here simulator on Sunday night. Had a pretty good day. Celebrated my son's 18th birthday today. And yeah, man, just sitting here enjoying the simulator. About it. Gonna eat me some dinner when I'm done this. About it. Alright, so we can get rid of this EOR that we have programmed right now. Let's go ahead and program in Sydney, which is 112.1. Oh, you know what? Let's actually, we'll do that for nav2. For nav1, let's do 110.2. Let's do our next one, 110.2, because we're going to cross over the Sydney airport and then make a big U-turn and do an ILS landing on 34 something. What are we doing? A landing on 34 what? 34 left. All right, Sydney is 112.1. All right, and our ADF is still good. Now, to get to, we have a long distance between the next waypoint. I will be speeding up the simulator here once we cross this NDB. And we need to be on a heading of 200. Let's plug in 200. Looks to be about 200. And we're just going to stay on here, and then once we see this arrow flip and go down, then we know we crossed the NDB, and then from there we'll go a course of about 210, I guess, 205 maybe. It's a while before we're gonna be able to capture that VOR station at Williamstown, Newcastle, Australia. Why is that still showing up, man? Let me get rid of this chat box. I don't know why it's showing up on the screen tonight. It shouldn't be. There we go. Now it's not showing up. Probably should have restarted my computer before I did this tonight, but whatever. It's all good. I may do one more flight before the night is out. We'll see. There is a new game on the Game Pass that I want to try. It's a Steam World building. It looked pretty interesting, and I like building games and simulators and shit. I was really upset that the Skyline 2, I think is what it is. What the hell is the name of that game? City Skylines. The first one was really fun, and I'm just kind of upset that the second one's been such an issue and it's not out on Xbox yet. And I really like that game. The first one was great. The second one looks amazing, but I've heard there's so many issues with that game, man. Like, I don't know why these AAA companies release these games in such poor condition. It's crazy. I think we're getting ready to pass the NDB station. I'm looking at the map of Australia, and this little hook over here looks like it's kind of the same on the map here. So if we're not there yet, we should be close. Port McGuire. Yeah, if we see Nelson Bay or Newcastle, then we know we're close. That might be up here. Forster, North Shore. think that's it yet. But whatever. I'm in no rush. Just having a nice little bush trip, enjoying the sights of Eastern Australia. I was chatting with some kid on my episode last night. He lives in Perth, man. So I want to. I did a bush trip there. I want to say it was like a little bit north of Perch, but yeah, it's pretty cool, man. I think it's coming up. I think the next little inlet coming up there is going to be our NDB. Oh, we're passing it now. All right, let's make our turn to... What did we say we got to turn to? 200. So let's just stick here. Get rid of this. Well, you know what? I guess we can leave that up and make sure we're leaving on the opposite of 200. So the opposite of 200 would be 180 would be 20. So yeah, we're on the 20. If the NDB was a VOR, we'd be kind of on the 25 radial right now. So that's not bad. Well, let's speed up our sim a little bit. Let's go, let me make sure I have the correct frequency in for Williamstown. Yeah, 110.2, that's what I got in. All right, so let's speed things up here. So let's hold this button in. Let's go 1 click, 2 click. I guess we'll leave it at 2 clicks. Anything more than that tends to freak me out a little bit with this simulator. I'd be flying higher today if it wasn't so cloudy. But I didn't really want to look at the clouds all day. I kind of wanted to look at the sights. Sights of Australia. I believe our equipment will pick up the VOR station probably, I want to say like 50 or 60 miles away. And once we pick it up, we'll click the nav button on the autopilot. We can take ourselves out of heading mode at that point. We're flying heading mode the whole way on the first leg because we were flying to an NDB station. Can't click nav with an NDB. You can only do heading mode and just use the NDB as a reference point. Feels like we're a lot lower than 5,000, like 5,500 feet. To me, it seems like we're only like 2,000 feet over the ground. But I mean, it says we're at 5,000, but it just doesn't seem like it. Flying this plane isn't too hard once you kind of get used to some of the quirkiness about it. Like the best thing to do when you're taking off, if you're trying to, and I didn't do it the first time around, I should have, but we crashed. But the best thing to do is, take control of the elevator, take control of the trim, and get your plane on a pretty good pitch, ascending up in the air, and then make sure your trim is set so you can really take your hands off the yoke at that point, and it kind of stays in that position. And then once you got that there, you can click autopilot, and then you can use the switch down here to adjust the pitch of the aircraft up or down. And the pitch will show right here, on the VS dial there. There we go. All right, we are in regular speed now. Let's click track. And now that will put us in nav mode. Get rid of that now. So now, since we clicked track mode, we are now, whatever this yellow CDI indicator is pointed to is what we're going to do. And what we're going to do when we get when we get close to the station, what we'll do is we will switch this to nav 2. We'll switch this to nav 2, and we'll make sure that nav 2 is engaged on the autopilot, and we'll adjust the CDI to be 193, which is what we're going to be heading towards Sydney. All right, let's go ahead and speed up a little bit so we can go hold the right thumbstick in, push up on the D-pad once. And let's push again. Let's go 2 times speed for a few minutes. Then we have, once we cross Williamstown, Newcastle, Australia, then we have about 76 nautical miles to Sydney. I have the ATC on because I want to see if the air marshals will be at Sydney. I found out that if you use the ATC when you land and you have them direct you to the gate, almost every time there will be an air marshal there waiting for you with the little light up glow sticks, directing you. My watch. Is that those seconds correct? This looks a little fast, but I think that's correct. Yeah, that's correct. All right, we're in the right time. All right. Very good. So we got 7.4 miles. And let's put ourselves in heading mode. And let's switch this over to nav2. Once we get to about a mile and a half from this station, we'll turn to a heading of 193. Look how white those beaches are. That's crazy. Beaches are racist. Beaches are racist. Why they gotta be so white? Why? Why do they have to be so white? I'm gonna cancel those beaches. All right, we're gonna make our turn here very soon. Oh, I guess you didn't like my jokes. People left. They didn't like my racist jokes. I wasn't making a racist joke, actually. I was saying the beach is racist because it's so white. That's all right. That's just my personality. I find this whole cancel culture deal very silly. Did we already pass the station? Yep, we sure did. All right. Let's make our turn to 193. Actually, if we're past it, we need to make a little bit of a steeper turn. So let's go let's do this for a little bit. All right. And now let's turn this to nav2. Wow, we already picked it up. Jesus Christ. I didn't expect it to pick up so quickly. All right, so do a heading of, what do we say? It's 193. Well, the needles haven't picked it up yet, so let's just continue. Actually, let's speed up. Oh, let's plug in our ILS information, actually, while we have the opportunity here. So it's 110.1. Course is going to be 335. All right, that's fine. Let's go ahead and speed up a little bit until our VOR needles capture the VOR. We're in 2x speed right now. I think somewhere around 50 miles is where I would think somewhere around 50 miles the needles will start bouncing. really strange. I would have expected the needles to have picked up by now. Oh well. That is strange. Oh, that's not a regular station, that's why. That's why. That's why I don't think it's picking up. Alright, so let's do 110.7. It's really strange that it's not picking up SY. 12.1. And it's not picking up Richard either, which is like right around the same area. Inland. We should refuel. Give me a second. There we go. Ta-da! It's really strange that it's not picking up either station that I have programmed in. Let's see if it picks up the ADF of 416. Oh, I don't think it will. Oh, let's see here. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Picking up that either. Very weird. .1. Let's do 112.1 here. And our landing is 110.1. Okay, well, it picked up our landing. That's good. We need to be on a course of 335 for that. That's 335, and we actually do need to go down to 3,000 feet, but let's stay here for now. Saying we're 19 miles out. Actually, you know what? Let's start slowing down and dropping our altitude. And let's go back out a little bit to sea. And let's get down to about 3,000 feet. Strange though that it's not picking up the Sydney VOR unless it just doesn't exist anymore and its chart is old. I don't know. Now it's picking up the other one. Okay, let's go ahead and fly Sydney like we were going to. So let's go that way. Now it's finally picked up. Let's see if it gives us a range. Yep, 12 miles. So, I believe stay at this altitude right now. Okay, let's try to get this lined up. I want to go back out. I want to come in from about 15 or 20 miles, but I want to make sure that we can get lined up first. Yeah, not picking up that Sydney station really threw me off a little bit. I don't know why. I don't know. Maybe it just doesn't exist anymore. I don't know. But 112.1 is the DME, station at Sydney. I don't know why it's not picking up. And it didn't pick up Richard either, which is another point. It didn't pick up the ADF either. So. Let's keep on flying here because we got to get to the airport first. So, Sydney Harbor. Our plan is to get to the airport and then go out and make a big U-turn out in the sky to pick up the glide scope. So that's what we are working on doing. Why this didn't pick up anything. That is very weird. Maybe it just doesn't exist. I believe the airport's right over there. Landing lights. All right, very good. Airport's right over there. Once this clips and goes the other direction, then we'll turn out to sea. And that should be happening pretty soon, I would think. There's the airport right there. Above it in a cell right there. Yeah, I mean, the original plan was to leave that first VOR at Williamsport, Newcastle, fly to this nav station at the airport, and then fly out to sea and then make a big U-turn. But for some reason, this nav, I don't know why. I don't know. It's not really worth looking up. Like, I don't really care that much. As long as we land, that's what matters. But, yeah, man. It's weird. There's our flag for the glide scope. Let's lower down to 3,000 feet. It's actually 1,900 feet is the capture point for the glide scope. So let's get down to about 1,900 feet. All right, there goes our needle. So now let's turn back out. One set of flaps down so we can keep our speed down a bit. Let's go out about 15 miles, 17 miles, and then we will take our U-turn and come back in for our landing. Once we make the U-turn and we get lined back up again with the station, we'll click capture. And then we will also click GS for the glide scope. And that should be good for both. I just have the flaps extended right now so we can try to keep our speed somewhat low. Bothers me that it didn't that this wouldn't do anything. I mean, I used nav2 before. I know how to use nav2, but even when I had this plugged into nav1, it wasn't picking up anything. It's very weird. All right, let's start making our turn back. Capture. Let's click altitude. 335. All right, that's where we're at. Okay, it's already captured a localizer. It looks like it's just making its turn so it can line up. Let's also click the glide scope button. One thing that would be nice is if there was some sort of indicator that those modes are activated. Like the buttons don't light up. There's nothing up here that shows that we actually have those modes captured. Slow down a little bit more. Give this plane plenty of time to do its thing. Working hard to get lined back up. Good Lord. I'm gonna give this plane like one more chance to get correct. If it doesn't, I may just go into heading mode and fix it myself, because he's coming in at some harsh angles. Jesus Christ. Yeah, let's go back into heading mode. Actually, let's I tell you what, let's go back out. Well, we have plenty of time. We're good. Yeah, I didn't think localizer, that capture. I had a sneaky suspicion that clicking it that early was going to do something like that. It just can't compensate for the difference. But we're good. Once we see that needle start coming in, we'll get lined up. Come on, needle, let's go here. Gotta be coming soon. I mean, we're pretty close to being at the right angle for the airport. There we go. Let's click capture. I don't know if I need to click glide scope again or not, because there's no button showing if it's still active. I imagine I would have to click it again. And I hope this thing does not overcompensate again. If it does, it's a good learning lesson to be completely lined up before you. I mean, what is he doing? What is this plane doing? I mean, what the fuck? Okay. This plane is crazy. Let's go back out. Well, let's see what he's going to do, actually. Let's see if he captures it. Let's give it... Let's not fret just yet. Let's see if he actually is going to capture this bitch or not. Maybe he knows something we don't. Maybe he needed to make this big circle to get lined up again. Let's see what happens when this flag, when it gets lined back up again. Let's go into heading mode. Go back out again. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna get this bitch lined up first, and then click capture. It's I don't know. I don't know why this thing is acting so weird. Shouldn't be. It's a pretty straightforward deal. Let's go back out to, let's raise our flaps a little bit. Let's increase our speed a little bit. Let's go back out. It's a pretty simple thing. You line up the CDI needle. When the yellow bar gets to the middle, you know, it captures it, and it's supposed to direct you in. It's not supposed to do circles like that. Let's go ahead and spin around and see if we can now capture it. We'll get lined up first and then click capture. It's not a hard concept, man. I've done this hundreds of times, maybe thousands of times, actually. I mean, I've been playing flight simulators for a long time. Like, this is not a hard concept. What is hard is not knowing what mode you're autopilot's in, because there's no buttons. There's no buttons or anything that lights up to show you what mode you're in. You just have to remember what you pushed. That to me is dumb. You're so dumb. You really dumb. Let's do this one more again. There we go. Now let's click capture, if I can get to it. See what it does. I think something's broken, man. Something has to be broken. I'm about ready to give up and just delete this damn stream, to be honest with you. Something has got to be broken with this thing. Let's try one more time. And maybe we'll just chalk this plane up to being broken, because there's no way he needed to do a circle like that. And that's what he was getting ready to do again. Let's go back out to 15 miles. This is so stupid. It's not a hard concept. Got nav1 is the right source. Got 110.10, that's it. 110.1. Yeah, that's the correct localizer. And we have 335 in for the course. Yep, that's all correct. I don't understand what the fuck is going on. Click that. Now let's click capture and let's go. Alright, let's see what happens now. I think I saw the buttons go in. Maybe that's what happens. Looks like capture and glide scope are pushed in, so maybe that's how we're supposed to tell. Maybe we're supposed to just go all the way down there and bend down and look. Alright, let's put some landing gear down. How does wheels come out like that? All right, let's see what happens. We start descending. So we have no indicator to tell us. Looks like the glide scope is captured after it just almost made us stall out by throwing us straight up in the air. Boy, this plane has got some stupid things to go with it. All right, let's put our flaps full. Oh, is this the plane that tries to land you like a mile or two before the airport? I forget what plane does that. Plane does it. There's a plane that I've flown recently where it wants to land you like a mile or two in front of the airport. It might be this plane actually. Now that could have been because of the barometric pressure. You know, maybe it wasn't taking that into account. I have seen that a couple of times with the simulator. Tune to the ground when we get down and see if we can get the air marshal there. I don't know why it wasn't capturing before, but it looked like clicking track first and then capture worked. I don't know why that is. I mean, they both essentially are the same thing, especially when it comes to a landing like this. I don't know why when I click capture, it just does circles. But we're good now. We learned a lot tonight, actually, on this, so next time we won't make the same mistakes. It was a good learning lesson. See? Tutorial. Don't do what I did the first couple of times. Do what I did the last time. That worked. Click track, get lined up. Click track, then click capture. Well, we made it, and we learned kind of what not to do. For some reason, when you're coming in for an ILS landing, you need to click track. For some reason. First. And then once the CDI needle gets completely lined up, then you can click capture. Which makes no sense, but that's how this plane works. And there's no indicators that show when the button is pushed. You have to get down eye level with it and see if it's actually pushed in or not. That is really stupid. Like, how hard would it have been for them to write a program for the light to turn blue or yellow or some color to let you know that the button is pushed in? I don't think that would have been really hard. Right, let's see if my air marshal is here. With the sticks, with the rave sticks. Go right in that box. Hey, we got something floating. That's cool. Oh, it's not floating. It's a forklift or something. All right. Yeah, I think we do see our guy. Maybe. I think that's our guy right there. No, maybe not. No guy for us. That's a shame. Well, whatever. We're good. I'm gonna go eat dinner. Thanks for tuning in. We learned a lot tonight. Actually, learned quite a bit with this landing here. You know, as far as I guess what you need to do with this plane, you can't just click track. I mean, you can't just click capture. You have to click track first, then click capture, and then click glide scope, and then you need to go all the way down here like eye level, and make sure the button's pushed in because there's no lights to show up. So, anyways, that's it. See y'all later.